Hi, this is Dr. Nick. I'm the Incrementalist here with Incremental Insights for a better business, better health. Well, we're many weeks into this COVID-19 crisis, and I'm sure people are wondering, is it ever going to get any better, or are we going to get to the other side of this? And one of the things that occurred to me around the Apollo 13 crisis and the challenges that they faced was the extraordinarily difficult aspect of power that came up as part of the whole discussion that Gene Kranz led as the flight controller that was famous for failure is not an option. And what faced the crew, and specifically all of the controllers, was the challenge of the amount of power left. And as it was described by one individual, enough power to essentially run a hairdryer for about 3 hours. That was all they had for, I think, 3 or 4 days potentially to get this aircraft back or space capsule back. And as they were thinking about all of the various difficulties of getting this spacecraft and crew back safely, one of the flight controllers highlighted the fact that they weren't going to do this with the power available. And what Gene Kranz did that was extraordinary, and I think highlighted as one of the sort of key changes, was he turned to the individual and said, right, you're in charge of power. And I think that's what you have to do in your businesses, is to focus on this problem and say, these are the issues that we face. You're in charge of that specific problem. And in the case of COVID-19, that's one of the things that we talk about extensively, is having a COVID-19 coordinator. So essential element in all of this is identify the problems, accept that they're there, and then allocate them to an individual who's going to focus on that on an ongoing basis. If we're going to address these problems, we have to have key personnel in charge of things who are aggregating all the necessary information to get us to the point of the next step in terms of recovery. And the other thing I would leave you with is, look at what they managed to achieve with essentially 3 hours worth of power for a hairdryer. They got the spacecraft, the 3 crew members, back safely to Earth, and then relaunched the next space vehicle, Apollo 12, 9 months later, with all the improvements and all the things that we'd learned. And that's what's going on now. We're learning all the time, we continue to apply that, and that's really the value proposition. So allocate somebody appropriate who's going to take and coordinate all of this, and then make sure that you empower them to make the decisions for your business so that you can manage all of the risks, so that you can open safely for your business, your employees, and your customers. I'm Dr. Nick. I'm the Incrementalist here with Incremental Insights for a better business and a better health.